Have you ever wondered why some individuals seem to be completely absorbed in their work while others struggle to concentrate? The secret lies in a simple yet profound concept: engagement. Fully engaging in what you're doing, whether it's work or play, can transform the mundane into the extraordinary. Imagine, if you will, viewing your work not as a chore but as a game that intrigues you, challenges you, and rewards you. In this game, there are moments when everything becomes simple and flows effortlessly. This is what we call the state of flow. The state of flow is a magical realm where action happens with ease, seemingly occurring on its own. It's an experience that transcends the ordinary, characterized by high levels of productivity, creativity, and even ecstasy. It's as if you're surfing a wave of inspiration that carries you towards your goals. Flow is more than just a state of mind, it's a state of being. It's characterized by traits that distinguish it from other experiences. It's about being fully immersed in the present moment, having absolute clarity of goals, and receiving instant feedback. In the state of flow, there's no room for past failures or future anxieties. You have a clear idea of what needs to be done, and you can assess your performance in real time. While you're in this state, time seems to fly by. Hours feel like minutes, and minutes feel like seconds. The pleasure derived from the process itself becomes your main motivation, not external factors or long-term plans. It's a merging of thoughts and actions that leads to a smooth and fulfilling experience. Being mentally present and not getting distracted by thoughts or external influences is crucial to maintaining this state. To enter a state of flow, one needs focus and the right balance between task complexity and skill level. Tasks should be challenging enough to interest you, but not so overwhelming that they cause stress. The state of flow creates a loop of positive feedback where skill levels rise with each complex task. It's about finding what you love, refining it, and tackling surmountable challenges to achieve a state of flow. By embracing the state of flow, we can turn our work into a game, our challenges into opportunities, and our life into an adventure. The state of flow leads to a productive, creative, and happy experience. But how does one enter into this state of flow, you may ask? Well, it's a dance between focus and the right balance of task complexity and skill level. You see, entering a state of flow isn't as mystical as it might sound. It's about immersing yourself fully in an activity that strikes the perfect balance between being challenging but not overwhelming. Imagine you're a tightrope walker. The rope is your task and your skill is your balance. If the rope is too slack or too taut, you'll struggle. But get it just right, and you'll glide across effortlessly in a state of flow. The same principle applies to any task you undertake. It needs to be challenging enough to engage you, but not so difficult that it leads to frustration. Now let's talk about focus. In our modern world, distractions are everywhere, from the constant pings of social media notifications to the allure of the latest binge-worthy series. But to enter the flow, you must sweep these distractions aside. Think of it like tuning a radio. You have to adjust the dial until you find that clear signal amidst all the static. So how do you do this? Well, you could start by creating a dedicated workspace free from distractions. Turn off your phone, disconnect from the internet. Do whatever it takes to maintain your concentration. It's about creating an environment that allows you to dive deep into your work and remain there, uninterrupted. Now here's where it gets exciting. Flow creates a positive feedback loop. With every complex task you take on, your skills sharpen, and as your skills improve, you're able to tackle even more complex tasks. It's a cycle of continuous growth and improvement. And the result? You become more efficient, more creative, and more satisfied with your work. You become more you. So if you're looking to enter this state of flow, remember, it's not about doing more. It's about being more. More present, more engaged, more in tune with the task at hand. Finding what you love, refining it, and tackling surmountable challenges can help you achieve a state of flow. What exactly happens in our brain when we're in a state of flow? Let's dive into this fascinating question. When we're in a state of flow, there's a significant change that happens within our brain. Specifically, there's a decrease in activity within the prefrontal cortex. Now, the prefrontal cortex is the part of our brain that is often referred to as the executive center. It's responsible for resolving conflicting thoughts, making decisions, and providing general self-control. In our daily life, this area of the brain is essential. It makes us civilized, sensible, and rational. It's like an inner overseer, an internal dictator, if you will, that closely monitors every action we take. It suppresses doubtful impulses, guides us, and helps us maintain our reputation, our money, and our life. However, when we're trying to enter a state of flow, this inner overseer can become a hindrance. It can lead to distractions and stifle our creativity. When we're in the creative process, trying to control every aspect can lead to weeding out of ideas and a decrease in spontaneous thinking. This is why, during a state of flow, the activity in the prefrontal cortex decreases. It's like our brain is giving us the green light to let go of self-control and embrace spontaneity. This decrease in prefrontal cortex activity can lead to higher levels of mental performance. When the overseer is at rest, we can make creative decisions more freely, without the fear of making mistakes or the need for perfection. We are more open to new ideas and can think outside the box. We become more immersed in the task at hand and less concerned about external factors. So the next time you're engaging in a task, try embracing spontaneity. Let go of the need to control every aspect of the process. Allow yourself to be fully immersed in the task, whether it's work, a hobby, or a relationship. This can help you release your inner overseer and potentially enter a state of flow. Embracing spontaneity and fully immersing yourself in every action can help release your inner overseer. How can we let go of excessive rumination and release our inner critic? This question often puzzles us, doesn't it? The answer lies in the balance between our prefrontal cortex's guidance and our sense of freedom and authenticity. Let's talk about how we can avoid excessive rumination. First, understand that rumination is a cycle of overthinking that can lead to feelings of anxiety and stress. It can be like a hamster wheel in your mind, going round and round without any real solution. To break this cycle, you need to focus on the present moment. This is where mindfulness comes into play. By cultivating mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts without judgment. It's about acknowledging your thoughts and then letting them go, much like leaves floating down a river. It's not about suppressing your thoughts, but rather watching them pass by. Releasing the inner critic is the next step. The inner critic is that nagging voice in your head that constantly judges and criticizes you. It's the voice that tells you that you're not good enough, that you're a failure. But remember, you are not your thoughts. You can choose to listen to your inner critic, or you can choose to let it go. One effective strategy is to use self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up over your mistakes, show yourself the same kindness and understanding that you would show a friend. Being present and engaged in all aspects of life is crucial. Whether it's your work, your hobbies, or your relationships, fully immerse yourself in what you're doing. When you're fully present, you're not worrying about the past or the future. You're just here now, fully engaged in the moment. Balancing the guidance of your prefrontal cortex with a sense of freedom and authenticity is the key. Your prefrontal cortex helps you make rational decisions and exercise self-control. But it's also important to let go and allow yourself to be free and authentic. Don't let distractions divert your focus and attention. Be like water, amorphous and adaptable. Like water, flow around obstacles. Adapt to your environment and keep moving forward. Embrace the freedom of being yourself and release your inner critic. Let go of the past, live in the present, and look forward to the future. Life is a journey, and it's up to you to make the most of it. How can we move at life's natural rhythm and join the universal flow? This is a question that many of us grapple with as we navigate through the complexities of daily life. The answer lies in embracing what we truly love, not what society deems popular or profitable. Often we find ourselves chasing after success and recognition, forgetting the intrinsic joy that comes from doing something we're passionate about. But the universal flow doesn't care for societal norms or expectations. It doesn't prioritize what's trendy or lucrative. It embraces authenticity and passion. Think about a child playing with their favorite toys. They're not worried about whether their playtime is productive or whether it will yield any tangible results. They're simply absorbed in the moment, completely merged with their passion. They're in their own world, a world where joy and creativity reign supreme. That's the power of passion. That's the power of flow. In this state, we're able to tap into a wellspring of creativity and productivity that's not easily accessible otherwise. We're able to transcend the mundane, rise above the ordinary, and experience life in its purest form. Bruce Lee, the legendary martial artist, once said, "Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless like water." Just like water takes the shape of whatever container it's in, we too need to become adaptable and amorphous, ready to flow with life's ever-changing rhythm. We need to clear our minds of preconceived notions and rigid expectations, and instead become open, flexible, and receptive. This doesn't mean that we should abandon all structure or discipline. Rather, it means striking a balance between the guidance of our prefrontal cortex and our inherent sense of freedom and authenticity. It's about harmonizing our logical, rational side with our spontaneous, creative side. In essence, joining the universal flow is about being fully present and engaged in every moment, whether we're working, playing, or simply living. It's about embracing the ebb and flow of life and dancing to its unique rhythm. Experience flow to feel happy and fulfilled. Join the universal flow and embrace the rhythm of life.